in his face, guys. 'Cause it's
Okay,
gonna
production,
happen.
next time I really want a bucket here where I can throw stuff at him. And if it's plush Care Bears, I don't care, but I need something.
All right, well,
I can't reach that far.
we're gonna go into game number 1, guys. Oh, remember Caldor and Troll Dolls and Zelia.
Could you please focus on the game?
I am focused on it, man. Tracer's gonna get banned. Calling it right now. Boom.
Jeez, Tim, be a little bit more professional, please.
One day when I grow up, I will be. When I grow up, I'll be as professional as Caldor over here.
Oh, yeah,
comparing
I mean-
players to Troll Dolls, which we haven't played with since we were like 9 years old.
Like, I ever played with trolls. That was my sister's part. I'm not quite sure what you were doing with those things.
When I played with the Troll Dolls, man, I made their hair all spiky. I don't care. I'll admit it, dude. I was an awesome kid when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was never really excited about the troll though hair. I don't know why. Foreshadowing of what was to come a few years later. Who needs
Did
hair?
you buzz your Troll Dolls? Be honest.
Huh?
Did you shave their head off? Did you shave their hair? Is that what you did, Caldor? Those poor toys. Have you not seen Toy Story? They come to life at night, brah. And they were cold because of you.
How do I get out of this conversation?
Just admit it.
Draft. ETC
Ooh.
banned. Okay, an ETC ban against Diamond Skin here early on in Infernal Shrines. Not quite what I was looking forward to. I mean, that's an interesting setup there, but... Huh.
Well, we've had some ETC from Robodoba in the past.
Yeah, but I mean, the one hero that I was really...
Garrosh?
Okay, if Dignitas picks Garrosh as their first pick, then of course it doesn't really matter too much. But right now, I really expected them to target different frontliners here, and Diamond Skin would love to pick Garrosh if they can. And Dignitas is just picking Diablo away. It really surprised me that they ban out ETC of all heroes.
Yeah, because ETC's been the outlier for Robodoba. He had the one weekend where he had a really powerful weekend. Last weekend, not so much, but again, playing against a harder team, you can kind of understand why. So I thought maybe if we did come into this weekend, that focus on Garrosh would have been up
I
there.
mean, they do well with ETC. They have a 4 and 6 with ETC. That's a 40% win ratio. That sounds pretty bad, but then again, you have to put that in perspective. In general, Diamond Skin only wins 29% of their games, so a 40% ETC play is pretty solid for them. That's actually a big chunk of the wins they have. But it doesn't come as a shock that they go straight into a Garrosh first pick here, considering how dominant Robodoba was with that hero. So the ban is just a bit off. Just one of those things where I'm just not quite sure what exactly the thought process for Dignitas was. Maybe they just looked at, in general, the stats a little bit and said, okay, ETC is a strong hero for them, which is true. And just said, okay, let's get ETC out of there. They were talking a bit earlier about how they feel a lot of cheese is what they expect from Diamond Skin. Maybe they've seen a couple of plays here with ETC where they said, okay, we need to be more careful of that. Whatever it may be, fact of the matter is we have a strong start for Diamond Skin given what they've shown in the recent past. Their Garrosh is again in play. Sonya was also pretty successful for them, and then we have Diablo on the side of Dignitas, which we've seen several times from them too, even with the Tacita composition, for example, which nearly makes Diablo unkillable.
So my question is, do we get the Hanzo here from Team Dignitas? Hanzo was talked about by Zelia actually last week at the interview as one of the solid ways to poke down a Garrosh, especially when you mix him with a Tassadar. There is a Hanzo. So Hanzo Tassadar comes out, Team at Dignitas looking to punish the Garrosh. They feel like this is one of the strongest ways to deal with him. Poke him down gradually and make him be in a situation where he feels a little bit off. And if you ever get in a Garrosh where he's not in a confident position anymore, that's where you can pick him.
And I mean, this is exactly the setup that we just talked about a second ago. If you go into a Diablo with the Tacita, and this is actually what we've seen on Infernal Shrines the last time that they played. It was against Leftovers. We saw them with the Diablo Tacita, and they played it a little bit differently since they back then also had a Sonya in their lineup. But this is still the same thought process. Tacita can save a target that gets flipped by Garrosh, and it nearly makes Diablo even more unkillable. I mean, a fully stacked Diablo with a Tacita and extra shields behind him is fairly powerful. So now Malthael gets banned out against by Diamond Skin, so Dignitas doesn't pick it up against Garrosh. And how is Dig going to react to that now?
Dignitas thinking about their ban. If you're thinking about major pickups for Diamond Skin, I think on this battleground, Tychus and Junkrat immediately come to mind.
Stukov as well, also
Stukov.
still available here.
Stukov as well.
Malfurion, Stukov, Tychus as you mentioned, if you're afraid that Diablo gets burst down. Genji, we heard earlier that Rosbek's Genji, of course, is another potential concern on the side of them. How much do they respect Rosbek? There we have our Malfurion pick. So the Garrosh combo is already in play. Get the silence in there as well. Have a bit of lockdown. Question is what's damage output going to be like?
Do you go Tracer here or do you go Genji? if you're Diamond Skin.
They still need something to break down Diablo, I feel.
Yeah, I think you can get that. I guess that Greymane, which is pretty popular. We've seen it from Darkmock in the past. That could be their final pickup.
Yeah. It's actually a good point. Greymane is a hero that they also played quite a bit. Not really to that much success. But yeah, for Rosmith the pick, that's really what I'm curious about right now. And they go for Genji. They pick Genji up for him. So they're going to play around the Italian Ninja.
Italian Ninja here, facing up against Honor. The brothers continue to battle week in and week out at HGC Europe, or anywhere in HGC, it seems like.
Interesting is, by the way, that when you know, when we had part 1, we had a couple of heroes that had 100% involvement rate in Europe. That is long gone. So we have 2 heroes that sit at an nearly 80% involvement rate, and that is Malfurion and Hanzo, of course, including picks and bans in regular league play. Of course, we had a couple of balance patches since then, but that's the highest that it goes. So we are far cry away from these 100% involvement rates that we had in the past, even though right now Malfurion is, of course, like a very dominant hero. But even in the current scene, we had a couple of games today where he was neither banned nor picked. So it's pretty interesting to see how the meta is currently shifting a little bit and how some of those picks have dropped and risen in priority.
Support should be coming in here. Do we get a Stukov? I think we're going to have a bit of a mix-up to help out with that Tassadar.
Yeah, Stukov and Leoric. I mean, I'm a huge Stukov fan right now. Playing around the silence is incredibly powerful. Okay, let's put it like this. I'm a huge fan watching Stukov play. I'm not really a fan of playing against him.
Yeah.
Does that make more sense?
Yeah. There are moments where we'll be playing and like my team, 3 of us will just die to a Stukov silence and I'm just like, just got Stukov. Feels good, man.
I don't want to deal with it in my games, but I'm happy if the pros that I get paid for are showcasing how they play around it.
Dance for us.
Dance, puppets, dance.
Stukov and Leo coming in. So our final pickups for Diamond Skin, we're going to need something to help out with the damage, also to try and deal with this Diablo.
Now that we have lore actually coming into Heroes of the Storm and the Nexus, we need a Puppet Master hero. That would actually be really cool.
My lore knowledge is not working here. Oh, Samuro!
Yes, we talked about that earlier, actually, that Samuro is starting to be played a bit more after we've seen him already last week. And we talked a lot about how, especially in Open Division, he popped up quite frequently, even ended up in a first position ban on certain maps. Yeah. But now we have Samuro still taken here. And I can't help myself. I mean, Samuro is kind of fun. We had way back when, 2017 early, with a couple of Samuro picks. We had Hydra and a few others on the hero, and it was always fun to see. But yeah, we have a bit of Samuro action going, and even if it doesn't work out, I'm already a fan of the comp.
Yeah, so for me, I'm actually trying to figure out who is going to be playing him. Is it going to be Nande on the Samuro, and then Sonya goes over to Darkmock?
I'm pretty sure it's Nanda.
Okay. Good job. You're so smart.
Well, what do you mean?
Caldor just knows the heroes and player pools so inside and out. Just perfect analyst for HGC Europe. It is going to be Nanda playing the Samuro, and it looks like Darkmock will be playing the Sonya, which is a kind of a throwback to back in the day on Team Liquid. You played a lot of Sonya back then.
I mean, I would go out on a limb here, and considering the composition, I would even say that there's a high chance that we're going to see Wolfjaw and Malfurion. But that's just me taking an educated guess.
Well, dang, dude, you are just putting yourself out there today.
Nailing it!
Day 1 just started. Let's wait till day 3 before we jump to conclusions when it comes to hero picks, buddy. Let's go to game number 1 here in this Best of 5 series. We're going to hop into it. Infernal Shrines. Going to be seeing Sonya being played by Darkmock, and it looks like Samuro play once again in HGC Europe.
One sweet day, I'm going to predict the mounts that they're riding before the game starts. Game on, ladies and gentlemen, and to the left side of the map we have Diamond Skin with Wolfjaw on Malfurion, Nanda indeed on Samuro, Darkmock on Sonya, and Robodoba on Garrosh with Roskmek on his infamous Genji once more.
On the right side of the red, Snitch playing Tassadar, Whoopi on Leoric, Poik on Hanzo, JPL on Diablo, and Zalia to play the Stukov. A dominant team here in HGC Europe, Team Dignitas has been winners of the Western Clash, beaming their way to the mid-season brawl, as they want to make sure that they show that they are the best in the world.
And Diamond Skin, of course, they have very few illusions of what's happening here. This is Dignitas, the #1 in the standings, going up against a team that would be happy to just win a few maps here. If they can accomplish more, that would be great. But at the same time, Diamond Skin themselves have said, we will try to get maps here. We want to cheese them a little bit. Every map for the standings is going to be fantastic for us. So let's see what we can do here today. So if they can, of course, surprise Dignitas, and they're going to try and do that, keep in mind we had in the past some Very surprising results actually happening in HGC Europe. So if just one day you're not playing 100% on point and a motivated opponent is coming up against you, you can be punished for that. So let's see if Diamond Skin has that opportunity today.
I'm mostly curious to see how Diamond Skin is going to be handling this Infernal Shrine phase whenever the Shrine does pop up. Will they leave Samuro in the off lanes just to push consistently? Because when you look at the actual roster here for Diamond Skin, Garrosh, Sonya, Genji, Malfurion, all capable of trying to find picks and get someone picked off. Genji, of course, the finisher. Sonya can go toe-to-toe with anyone on a 1v1, and Garrosh, of course, can throw targets into a Malfurion route. So their 4-mana is actually pretty powerful and deadly in itself. Will they be able to create enough space for Samuro to be effective on the map?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And I mean, in the late game, he can really shine here, but he can also chunk down HB quite significantly against Squishy. So that's something where Hanzo has to be super careful. We're going to see that a bit later. Also, we have Diablo again in play, and currently, including the last series that we saw here today, Diablo is sitting at 20 wins and 9 losses. That keeps him at a 70% win ratio. And especially when we're looking at JPL, he's doing extremely well on Diablo. Currently sitting at 5 wins and 1 loss. So an 83% win ratio for the Dignitas tank player at the front on the hero that we're seeing here. Zelia at the same time with his Stukov play. We talked a lot in the past about his Malfurion. He's currently on 81% with Malfurion, 13 wins and 3 losses. His Stukov play, on the other hand, still pretty solid. 3 wins and 1 losses. Zelia, of course, is one of the best supports that we currently have here. And it's incredibly impressive from Dignitas in general how strong they currently are. They win 80% of their maps.
75% win rate of the Stukov. Just solid. Just decent. You know, no big deal.
Yeah.
Zelia continuing
it's
to crush.
not quite on Smexy level when it comes to Stukov, but he has a chance of starting to catch up.
We'll win a few more games here and see if he's able to land that. Around the Merc Camp's actually taken away here. Diamond Skin and grabbing the bottom lane. We'll be pushing that in while the Shrine activates. They'll be up in about 20 seconds. No major changes, it looks like, here for our build. The Samuro build seems to be going straight into mirror images here, both the level 1 and the level 2. So Way of Illusion into Mirage. Looking for that spell armor here.
A little bit of a deviation from previous builds that we're seeing from him. And the first Shrine now about to start. A couple of seconds, and so far experience is still very much the same. No question, of course, remains, can Dignitas take the first one here? I also want to remind everyone again that we have at this point Diamond Skin also still drafting with Robadoba, who we heard in the past wanted to have more of an impact on the strategy of the game itself, since he's also the shot caller, and he felt that he could form that strategy more if he actually participated in the draft in a more active role. So that's one of the things that Diamond Skin changed, and since then they had pretty decent results. So they are starting to try and get out of those Crucible ranks. This point, already attempting to get maybe a bit of a lead here on the Shrine, but so far Dignitas is still holding the advantage with 26, 27 to 12.
Yes, they are continuing to hold it here, and Wubby actually taking a bit of a pressure play here. Rosmag going straight in for the aggression. Gonna have a Tacit Shield pop out, and while Nande's clone will get cleaned up, and Diamond Skin is fighting back. 20 to 27 here. Rosmag jumping straight on top of Snitch and getting him low. Big Malfurion route coming out as well. Robadoba will hold the top right corner.
Top lane also still pushing. That's an advantage that Diamond Skin has, and they are now in the lead on the minion stacks as well. The silence comes through though, but it looks more and more as if Diamond Skin has a good chance of getting this first punish, and indeed they do. So they pick it up. Diamond Skin with a teeny tiny lead over Dignitas in this early game.
That they do, and they'll be looking to grab these turrets, take an experience lead, jump up a little bit more. Nicely played for Diamond Skin. Remember, they were actually behind that Shrine phase. Good control by them. In particular, Samuro and those mirror images being quite annoying, forcing Team Dignitas to back up after Leo took too much pressure, and Rosmag being able to jump on top of Wubby and make him completely retreat allowed for Diamond Skin to win that Shrine phase. And they jump up in experience massively. They go up to level 8 here. Even Samuro in the top lane still pushing in with the Night Camp.
And with Samuro having this heavy focus also on his illusions in general, we're now seeing the Phantom Pain picked up on level 7. So it's all about the critical strike and the increased attack damage for the number of mirror images that you have active on the map. So that's something to watch out for later on as well. JPL moving out, Tacita getting thrown, but Dimensional Shift is ready and he's able to move away. 0 kills in the game so far.
And Dignitas has been able to answer back in experience too. Only about a half level behind, nothing too crazy. Very curious to see what's going to happen when we go to level 10 on the next Shrine phase. But we have more aggression from Dignitas.
Especially since Dignitas also has the Entomb setup with Diablo. You can stun someone into the wall, Apocalypse coming out, Hanzo Arrow afterwards, a Silence on Stukov. A lot of fantastic tools for Dignitas to dominate around level 10 fights.
Constant poke and poke. Is this going to be a new thing here? Diablo, Leoric, and Tassadar? Constant combos coming out. We saw it in the first series, and now we have it in Series 2. I think we'll have a lot this weekend.
Definitely a good chance of that happening with Diablo now being one of the main tanks in the meta together with Garrosh. There's a lot more combo potential that you're looking for with that setup. Diamond Skin doesn't really have a lot of that. They have a strong composition, they have strong heroes, but they don't have the same wombo potential that we see for Dignitas. So after 10 in particular, they need to be a bit more careful. Samuro, by the way, is still putting on the pressure at the top lane. So Wooby is suffering there a little bit. A lot of the damage already went straight to the fort itself, and Nanda is having a good time there. And Diamond Skin is also going to head into the earlier level 10, so a slight advantage with X-Strike against taken by Genji.
Legion Master at level 10.
Yeah, as we're heading into the series, again a quick reminder, currently we have a problem with the UI, so cooldowns of heroic abilities that are being used will still shown as being available. So keep that in mind as you continue with the game. If a Twilight Dream is used, it's not going to be ending up on cooldown in our UI, so we're going to try and point everything out to you as the game goes on, but just so that you're not confused, once the team fights around the next shrines are happening, keep that in mind, please.
Oh, that's what's happening. I thought they just weren't using heroics the last series.
It's a gentleman's agreement.
A gentleman's agreement, yeah.
It's basically, okay, let's play a game without the heroics. Who needs those?
It's a little challenge they put on themselves for the weekend. That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, players prepared for the game by just removing the R button from the keyboard.
Such sportsmanship from our European teams, man. It's good to see, man. Just wholesome. HGC wholesome here in Europe. But yes, there is currently an issue with our display on the UI, so you will not see any heroics go down.
I think you need a troll doll.
And I would spike its hair up. That is for sure.
I would shave it.
What kind of conversation is this? What? How do they listen to us? Honestly. And I would shave it. Most decisive hair.
Tim.
Focus, you're professional.
Leoric goes down off screen. Gets taken down here, but we have at the same time now, of course, everybody moving for the shrine. 22 stacks already taken for Dignitas, and that's the moment when Diamond Skin wants to see if they can get a second kill. Now, Wooby is going to be back soon. Death timers are still really low, and if you lose anyone, you want to lose Leoric in this setup. We're seeing the shrine taken again, but there's the Entomb and the combo coming out, but Garrosh is falling. The Twilight Dream also being used. Wolfjo is the next target, and that's the double kill that Dignitas needed to claim control of the shrine. Top lane pressured heavily again as Diamond Skin gets at least some trade value thanks to the camp that they took earlier. But Dignitas is now in full control of the shrine itself, and they will claim that second Punisher.
They take it easily, and Garrosh knew that was coming too. He even tried to drop down the Indomitable and try to escape. It was just a little bit too much pressure. Hanzo able to work in that level 7 auto attack talent, bringing down his armor just enough for Team Dignitas to clean him up.
And I want to use it as an example again up here at the top lane, guys. If you play your own games, don't take camps just to take camps. That can work if you have an advantage in the game and you have a talent lead and you take your opponent's camps away. That's a different story. But if you are trying to get the most out of your camps, you really want to time them around objectives. You want to time them so that your opponent has to make a choice. Do we defend the camp or do we go for the objective? And then you can really play around that. Over here, the camp has now taken the fort, and Darkwalk has used the opportunity to even move in and get a kill against Wooby. Unfortunately for him, that ended him on the wrong side of this wall as well, and now the rotation is coming his way.
How'd that happen?
I think the spear just got him over.
Huh. Looks like he gets away though, just barely.
It's not a bug, Tim. It's a feature.
Okay, fair enough. I was like, did he actually like go all the way around? I'm like, no, there's no way for him to do that. My mind was just like racking. I'm like, where's Junkrat at? Like, how'd that happen?
He leaped over it.
Okay.
I think it was just the same way that the
Rhaegar bug.
The Rhaegar bug, exactly. So that he just like jumped in with his spear and then he got flipped over.
Well, he lucked out for that, man. Able to get away. Dark Monk survives. Also gets a kill on Wubby. And goes straight in to help with the mercenary camp. So this 4-man for Diamond Skin is holding on pretty well against Dignitas, actually. 2-2 in kills. Infrastructure, 1-for-1 on trade. Top right down for Dignitas. Bottom left down for Diamond Skin. This composition for Diamond is holding in.
Yeah, so far it's actually doing well. And with Samuro we now have Shukuchi taken on level 13. So the quick teleport. It gives you a bit more mobility even. But you could really tell that the level 10 abilities gave Dignitas a boost that they definitely wanted. And now they also have, again, the virulent reaction taken on Stukov. Together with the Entomb that they already have, this is just going to make it extremely dangerous for Diamond Skin. They need to be super careful here. Nanda is still putting the pressure on as he's constantly pressuring Leoric here. But this is definitely not over by a long shot. Whoopi goes down. Nanda with a kill. Trying to move away here with Illusion Master once again. Poik is low, but Zelia just slapping everybody away. Going full asterisks and overlays on Diamond Skin.
Almost getting the kill there on Poik. The extra coming in. But look at Diamond Skin. Look at how healthy they are. They can keep up with this push, and they intend to do so, opening the well. Now, Wubby's about to be back. There's an APOC, but Rossmann able to jump away. Even dropped the B-step. That is a young player that I like to see here. Awesome. Finding his composure, even drops in the B-step a little bit. He's starting to really come into his own.
Yeah, he's a cheeky one at that point. Like, a lot of Zaz coming in here. Jumps in, barely dodges the Apocalypse in the flip that JPL is trying to set up, and then he just B-steps in his face, and it's just like, you can't get me.
I mean, that was a pretty impressive play.
Yeah.
You dive their fort, look like you're about to be picked off, but able to slide off and then just jump perfectly away. And Diablo at that point is just trying to chase a dog's tail, right? Like, he just can't quite catch it.
It's just, I mean, think about what he just did. He just beasted one of the most successful tanks in the entire game. It's just like, yeah, dude, I don't care. I gotcha. I gotcha. That play was worth it.
This is where JPL gets level 16 and completely shuts him down in the corridor. And if JPL follows up with the B step, it's a transaction completed.
It reminds me of the Sonic LeBeast story that we had at at the West End Clash, where apparently JPL, with a lot of swagger and his stab and a bit of swing, walks over to Sonic LeBeast and was like, so you're the new guy. And Sonic, not watching a lot of professional players, looked at him.
Nice to meet you. Who are you?
Yeah, nice to meet you. Who are you again? And apparently JPL just like walked away. It's like GG right there. That was very reminiscent of that. Like, no respect. Rostmek with a place there. But now we have 16 versus 16, and there comes another great move against Garrosh. Immediately Rostmek reacts and tries to create a bit of space, but Nanda is on the job already.
Nanda in the back line, do a little bit of damage there, but everyone's starting to heal on up thanks to Stukov there from Zelia. But look at the Shrine, 21-5 in favor of Diamond Skin. Sonya is shredding through this Shrine. Here comes a big entomb into a silence. With the silence, it's too late. Rostmek gets out, Wubby is low, and Wubby, oh, he gets healed just barely by Zelia.
Yeah, but it also means that Diablo is all of a sudden in trouble, and he goes down. Diablo is dead. And this is actually starting to look really good for Diamond Skin. And a lot of that is because Samuro is putting on a clinic here. Nanda is doing so much. He's everywhere. With his Illusion Master, he's just putting in the works, and they cannot catch him.
He's everywhere. He's allowing all these other heroes, remember the strong 4-man, to pick the fights that they want. Yeah. Able to find a Diablo there as well. And now the huge Arcane Punisher should be pushing down the top lane. And that's the lane that the fort already fell in thanks to the Night Camp pressure earlier. And it's open thanks to Sonya, so they go straight for a keep.
And Rostmek is creating space. They're getting their kills. 4 kills against 2. Diamond Skin wants the keep. They are actually doing well against Dignitas. They're level ahead right now, and they want to go for the keep. Diablo doesn't have soul, so he needs to be careful. Rostmek zipping left, right once more. The silence is in, but they are still moving in. In the mid lane, the fort is already about to fall. Diamond Skin is just getting pressure everywhere. Samuro is moving all over the place. The keep is down, and Diamond Skin is just putting on a massive game against Dignitas.
They're trying to grab Wubby too. Wubby with a low health finally does get picked off. JPL goes in for a combo, but Darkmock's able to get out thanks to Roba tossing him. Nande is taking a bit of damage though and has to retreat. At the same time, Poik is forced to run from Rostmek. Now with it all being said and done, Keep has fallen. Another kill goes over to Diamond Skin, but they get away.
And the fort has also fallen, and there's a massive wave building up at the bottom lane. And I mention it because they can still catch the entire double wave. And the third one that comes in. Even if Roba Doba falls here, that's still great for them, but they are fighting over it. Wubby is about to come back. Here's a quick silence. But also Zelia in trouble, and Zelia could actually fall here.
He's trying to dance here. He's waiting for that Swift Strike to come in, and he gets a shield at the last second. Rostmek gets picked up there. JPL goes in for it, but the Force Fall just a bit too late. But will Rostmek fall? Poik's going in for the Scatter Arrow. He's got another Storm Bow. Can he hit it? Oh, no. Just barely missing out as Rostmek gets away.
And who's at the bot lane? It's Nanda. Nanda now once... Leoric falls again. Wubby gets taken out here. Diamond Skin. I mean, what's happening here? At the bot lane, we just saw a second ago Samuro doing his job, and then he jumps in to secure the kill against Leoric with the rest of the team. Now Wolfjoy is moving over. Why is that bottom experience so important? Look at the overall XP. Look at the levels. 19. That's a massive chunk that they just get. It's nearly a 2-level lead that Diamond Skin has over Dignitas. And once they hit 20, they have already taken a keep.
Diamond Skin, in game number 1, is shutting down Team Dignitas. on multiple Punishers, opened up the wall. They got catapults coming in there. Nande's putting on a clinic, as you mentioned. Now, Team Dignitas has a chance here to force another fight before that 20 hits. They're looking for it, but it's Nande, again, distracting him.
Samuro, the guy with the big overbite. I mean, at this point, we're just having the uglier they are, the stronger they hit. Garrosh, Samuro, in the last game, Thrall. It's just fantastic for them. 86,000 damage already on Siege, 4 kills on Samuro. Nande has killed more heroes than anybody else on this in this entire game, actually. 4 kills on him, and he is putting in the works. He's out DPSing Sonya at this point, and in experience, he's sitting at 14k. Compare that to Wooby. Wooby is currently at 11,000.
And the thing is it doesn't get bad at all for them. Usually when you're like playing a Vikings composition, you head to the late games and then you run out of the experience that you've gotten if you get to level 20. But Samuro is capable, especially with him having these mirror images everywhere, able to retreat on these fights and keep pushing this top lane. Now Diamond Skin may be in trouble as Team Dignitas is actually trying to force a fight, but Nande actually able to juke here. Can he get over the wall?
No way.
He blinks the level 13 talent. Coming in there, man.
They ganged up on him with everyone. They were like, dude, we're so done with you. We're absolutely done with your stupid offlane pushing. And they went in from 3 angles. They moved to every single copy, and he still got away.
Impressive.
And Shukuchi is just amazing to get over these walls as well.
I didn't even know that was an interaction there.
I mean, this is just looking fantastic. They have 20, Shrine activating in 10. This is really a game where Diamond Skin is all of a sudden in a spot and it's like, boys, not sure if you noticed, but we're winning. Can we please make sure we're not throwing this?
Can we finish this? And they have a chance to.
Yeah, this is the moment where you're really more afraid of throwing than anything else because Diamond Skin is in the perfect position to end this game with a victory.
Punisher spawns to the south, and Diamond Skin has an easy lead on it. 13-5. JPL is poised to move in for an aggressive play.
Nande again sending copies down to the bottom, sending the illusions down here so that he can actually switch. Already in play here. So Nande moving in at the top, still pushing, and he's actually pressuring the top. He's going for Wooey. He's trying to get the kill here. Moving out again. JPL tries to cut him off, goes up to the top, sees if he can maybe find it, but they needed to react because there was a massive push going at the top lane. So again, we have Diamond Skin with another Punisher. Now here's the big question though. Fort at the bot lane is going to slow things down, but Diamond Skin should move through it. Can they take the second keep? Because they kind of have to. Right now, you don't know if you can end the game. You can't go through the top lane. But you want to get another advantage before Dignitas hits level 20. And that would mean keep. If we have 2 keeps missing for Dignitas, that would be great for Diamond Skin, especially since with Samuro they can play the macro game.
Yeah, the double catapults with, as you mentioned, Samuro consistently being in different lanes would be completely annoying. JPL baits over the Punisher, and they're trying to clear it up before Diamond Skin has a chance to grab that second keep. And Tomb, even to lock out Diamond Skin, buying time. We'll be trying here. Rossman goes in for an X strike, will be able to land some damage and is able to switch strike out immediately.
Yeah, and also at the top, Samuro is pressuring the core. Samuro is actually pressuring the core. He doesn't give a damn about this fight. He's just sitting there, just like, what you gonna do, boys? Goes for the core, tries to put some pressure on, and now they're turning it around the keep. So they have pushed the catapults in, and they can now strat and see if they can maybe take the keep down. Nande is already there, puts a bit of damage on. He's gonna work on this continuously, and JPL is just trying to pressure him away. This is actually scary because we've seen how strong Samuro on the core actually is. So at that point, Dignitas always has to be careful. They didn't lose hit points on the core, but there was a lot of pressure. And now they have lost hit points on the keep in the mid lane. They have lost a lot of hit points on the keep at the bot lane. Dignitas is definitely feeling the heat now.
Now with that being said, Dignitas does save their keep. They also hit level 20. And now that Leoric level 20 and Tomb comes line, that silence, if they find a target and they get a kill with Diablo, that's where they explode.
Yeah, that's actually really true. The silence, the buried alive is super important right now. But Nande is going to most likely put a lot of the pressure onto the bot lane now, trying to get the keep. But look at Leoric at the top. Sonya is in play, and Samuro is making his way over as well. They want to get Wooby. They actually want to make sure that they get another kill against him. And death timers are, of course, increasing. At this point, you can't really lose him here. Sonya is waiting this out. Samuro has moved to the bot lane again. He's applying the pressure.
Are we in a world where Samuro and Sonya could go for the back door?
I think they definitely have a chance. Depends on how many are alive. 20 now, the 3-blade style taken. So this is actually getting scary. Those images are hurting now.
They are, and they're a little bit tanky thanks to that 3-blade style.
Yeah.
We're going to have a Punisher in the middle of the map, 21-20. And Dignitas is in a position where they can defend that top lane with it being in the middle, so this isn't the worst case scenario for them.
The macro game for Diamond Skin has been good so far. Question is Dignitas just going to clean up a team fight and then all of a sudden win the game here? Because that's the one thing that you have to be scared of if you are Diamond Skin. You played a fantastic game, played a great game, but how much can you actually pull off here? Nanda, okay, has his copies everywhere, he's being careful. Has one at the bot lane right now. Dignitas needs to keep tabs on it, and they're trying the entire time, and they have to.
Diamond Skin is prepping for this next Punisher here. Grabbing the Merc Came to the top left. They'll have that push in with the catapults, meaning Leoric will have a harder time having to clear that out, which means suddenly there's no Entomb available.
And there's you see how Diamond Skin's hiding? They're using mainly Samuro illusions right now to move the map, to also look what's happening here. Everybody is hiding, everybody is just playing this a little bit careful, and now they're moving down to the bot lane again. They're stealing the camps away the entire time. They have great vision. They're trying to get the camp at the top lane again. And now the illusions are just being hunted down here. They're reactivated over and over again. And already Wooby is getting chunked by Samuro. That's actually happening at the top. They're trying to see if they can maybe even get a kill here. Wooby moves out. And everybody's just retreating for now. This is really starting to become a bit of a thrill because you don't necessarily have to team fight it. You can really try and play around with macro.
And they're going to. They have someone on the top lane already. Diamond Skin starts the Punisher to pull Dignitas over. And Dignitas just instantly goes in. There's a silence. A Hardened Shield came out though beforehand. Gonna have Sonya staying alive here. Darkmok keeping up, has her whirlwind pretty soon. Diablo tossed in to the corner.
Samuro's here. They're going in for it. They're trying to win the fight here. They're going for that.
Oh, he falls.
Samuro goes down. He's dead, and that's bad. The second death comes in. We are seeing Genji obliterated. And this started out fantastic for Diamond Skin, but now they lost 2 and they're losing 3. The top lane is still pushing, but this should be Dignitas Punisher. Mid lane Punisher. How much can they get out of there? Catapults are going to lock onto the core here. We are already 22 minutes in, but someone is going to react soon, and Hanzo is already on the way. There's going to be a bit of damage on the core, very, very likely, but we still see Dignitas pushing.
Dignitas pushing with that Punisher. They have 30 seconds before 3 members are popping up for Diamond Skin. It looks like the core actually takes 0 damage as Hanzo's able to clear that on up. And they'll be joining soon as the middle lane continues to be pushed in. And Diamond Skin has to be careful here. Even though Hanzo is still in that top lane and clearing, there's always a threat of a tomb coming out, which is about to be up. And Diablo charging again. There it is. Against the wall goes JPL. Darkmok gets focused down. Here's a Punisher to follow up too.
Yeah, Darkmok barely gets out, but the Entomb is in, and that's the play. There's the kill. Sonya is down, and now Dignitas is on the march forward. Hanzo has arrived, and this is going to be keep. And the question is, can they prevent worse? Can they actually hold on now? Because Dignitas, they want to end this, and they're already marching towards the core. The Punisher baited towards the bot lane. Samuro is still there. Roskmek putting the damage on, going for Poik. Punisher is already on it. There's silence. This was a good one. It was a great one. Hanzo is down. Tassadar is down. How many kills can they get? Can they go for the core after this?
They've gotten a couple. Most of the damage dealers, Tassadar also being down, Diablo being a bit annoying, but has to back up too. Wubby just buying some time here. Put a little damage on the core, but trying to pull away everyone from Diamond Skin so they can't go to that core. There are catapults in the top lane.
Bot lane, heavily pushed.
Yeah, you're right. It's going straight for the keep here. And it should be able to get it. It looks like a pretty big stack. Yeah, it's getting shredded. Yeah. That's a dead keep.
That's gone. That's definitely gone. And now we have 2 lanes pushing. Core has taken quite some damage from Diamond Skin. Those Arcane Sentries are no joke. 21% loss, but that's a double keep against Dignitas. And that's now 28 seconds on the counter. And Diamond Skin, they don't go for the core. I think they could have tried. With Samuro and Sonya, I think they could have tried to go for it. But they play this safe, they play this slow for now. They have the macro pressure against Dignitas. Is it going to be enough, though? That's a big, big question here.
Catapults in the top lane and the bottom lane. The armor building up again for Diamond Skin. Diamond Skin also steals away the Night Camp to the top right, so Dignitas doesn't really have any mercenaries to back up.
They find Leo. Can you interrupt him? They do. Leo's interrupted. They can get that kill. 100%. Robodoba is already moving in. He sees it. Is that it? No, this is it. This is definitely Wooby falling. Wooby is down for another 50, 60 seconds, depending on the trade now, depending on his drains. And that, again, gives Diamond Skin some momentum. Can they maybe take that keep in the mid lane?
They're setting up for it. They have the mercenaries. They'll have a total of 6 of them pushing in, and they're defending the catapults, 2 that are coming in. Dignitas is set up. They're waiting for Leo to be back in about 30 seconds, but again, remember, he can work on that trade, pull it on back. And we're in a situation where Diamond Skin is looking to end the game, but Dignitas, resilient as ever, is holding.
Yeah, you can never count Dignitas out. All they need is a fight. I mean, think about that last fight that we had in the middle. It looked as if it would turn against them. They didn't get the original kill, but then they pick him up one after another after they dropped Samuro first. And now there's heavy pressure in the mid lane. This is the lane where Diamond Skin lost their own key, but yeah, this is still a nail-biter here.
It's all coming to the next shrine, right? It has to. I mean, here's the thing, too, about the next shrine. Diamond Skin, if they wanted to, with that fort still being in the top left corner, they can give it up without any issues. They can give up a fort.
Yep.
Poke it as they need to. They can have some Muro in the bottom lane. Dignitas will have to account for that and make sure they defend against a Samuro push, who has consistently been everywhere on the map.
JPL looking for something, looking for a kill. Top lane got heavily pressured by Samuro. Samuro is everywhere right now. They're just trying to get that done. Now moving down to the bot here a bit. Okay, gets found out with another illusion. They're trying to eliminate those. Tassadars on their way top. Catapults are starting to look in on the core, so they need to send someone in, which is what they do. Whoopi eating a bit of damage here. Map control has gone over more or less Dignitas. There's a big silence coming out. Apocalypse is coming in! And is that the kill?
Does he have the arrow?
Away. None is getting away for now.
He's in the back left corner, though.
Whoopi wants him. Whoopi
wants him!
He gets him!
Wow. Arrow comes out too. There's a force wall as well. Whoopi comes in. We'll have another swing. JPL goes in for the combo. Looking at Darkmock. Puts him in the corner. Robodobo in the back right. Trying to taunt him, but he eventually gets picked off there as well. Dignitas is about to give chase, but look in the top right lane. There is Night Camps on the core, and Catapults are joining in soon.
Yeah, core is losing hit points. Hanzo is going back. Hanzo is on the way back, but Wolfjo is down. Wolfjo is down. Dignitas loses a few points on the core, but it's not enough to really threaten them. 97%, and now they're going for a victory here. Again, we have the delay tactics happening. Darkmock tries to stay alive here, but he gets completely flipped into a silence, goes down. Roskmek is the only survivor here, and at this point, Dignitas with 5 man on the field are just moving towards the core, and they have turned it. Dignitas is making it happen.
I can't believe they did that. Dignitas holds on there, and I gotta commend Whoopi being able to land that in 2 on 3 Samuro clones, knowing that they were gonna come in with the mirror images. The follow-up from the APOC team at Dignitas finds their kills, and a game where Diamond Skin seemed to be completely in the lead. Diamond Skin finds, or Dignitas finds out